Hello friends and neighbors, how are you? JT here again with another knife video for you, but I also have a nice little bonus at the end of this video. Not only is this going to be a knife video, but this is also going to be a gun video. That's right, at the end of this video, you're going to see a gun. You're going to like it. So how's everyone doing? As you can tell by the title, Knives approved by Ben Peterson. No, disclaimer, I do not know him. I've never met him, but am I the only one out there that kind of follows people on YouTube and kind of feels like you know the guy? Well, anyway, out of all the videos that I've seen of him, he's always picked kind of like the same types of knives. And, you know, since I've watched endless Blade HQ reviews and things of that nature, I feel like I kind of know the guy's taste. I would not know what type of beer he drinks or how he would act in a bar fight, but I do know what kind of knives he likes. So what I've done is I've taken out of all of my collection that I have, this is not my entire collection, I guarantee that. I've picked all the knives that if Ben Peterson were here with me, I would say, these are the knives that you like. And I guess what? I would guarantee that he would like all these knives. That's right. I am that confident that I would guarantee that he likes, or at least would carry, any of these knives here in front of you. And if you disagree, if I've forgotten any knives, if there's any knife that you say, yes, take this one off the table, take that one off, add this one, remove that one, make a comment. Challenge me. Go ahead. And guess what? If Ben Peterson is watching this, you tell me how I did. I highly doubt that'll ever happen. But anyway, if it does, that's awesome. Big shout out to my personal customer service rep at Blade HQ, Rebecca. How are you? She's at extension 130. She's the one that I've purchased probably 95% of these knives from, and she's awesome. If you need any help, she is a knife aficionado just like myself. So, like I said, at the end of this video, I'm going to do something for him. Ben, if you're watching this video, at the end of this video, I'm going to pick out for you a gun, as if you were in front of me, and I'd say, guess what, buddy? I'm going to pick out a gun for you that would fit your personality, your carry style, and I think you would approve of this knife. Just like at Blade HQ, I heard a rumor that after a certain period of time, they give you a knife that would match your personality. Well, I'm going to pick a gun that matches your personality, buddy. And you challenge me and you tell me if you don't think you would like this gun. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to pick a knife that Ben Peterson would hate. That's right. So I challenge you to say at the end of the video, no, he would love that knife. I picked the worst knife that Ben Peterson would ever say, no, I would not carry that. And if there's any knife that's worse than that, then again, I challenge you to tell me, no, I know of a knife that he would hate even more, and that's fine. Put your comments in there. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. I would keep you posted on all these cool videos. So without further ado, let's keep going here, and I'm gonna start with the Benchmade. So I would guarantee, Mr. Peterson, that you would approve of the Benchmade Mini Barrage. And this one is not something that you can buy. This is a one-of-a-kind. I designed this one myself. That's right, Ben Peterson. I designed a knife too. I went on Benchmade's website and I had this one done with the natural G10. I chose S30V blade. Check this out. Boom! Blue back spacers. I chose the black hardware and a satin liner with a deep carry pocket clip. You tell me if you wouldn't like this knife. I guarantee you would love this knife. All right, keep going with the Benchmade. Here we have a mini Griptilian. This one's a sheepfoot's blade. I also had this one designed through Benchmade, and it is G10 in the dark forest green. I also chose the black hardware, again with the satin liners to contrast with the green. And again, you can tell I'm a fan of the mini deep pocket carry clip. I just chose the Spyderco hole there just because I haven't had a Benchmade blade with that one, and I thought it would be something to play around with. But I like this, and I guarantee that Ben Peterson would love this one too. All right, obviously, I know that you're a fan of the 940 Osborne. How can you not be a fan of this knife, Mr. Peterson? Challenge me if you don't like this knife. I guarantee you love this knife. Small blade, I think it's 3.25, aluminum frame. It's the only thing that I don't like about this knife is it doesn't come with a deep carry pocket clip. But the coolest part about this knife is this right here. Man, the purple anodized backspacer. That is way too cool. And yes, I guarantee you would like this knife. Another Benchmade that I picked that I think you would love, and that is the North Fork. Why? Because it's user-friendly, carry-friendly. It's a workhorse. It would go nice with a nice camping trip, for your hikes, everything that you like to do out there. And you know, it's, in addition to being an attractive, pretty knife, at the same time, I think it's a workhorse. I would consider this to be an heirloom knife. And the coolest thing about this knife is that it's a fidgeter, man. You can flip this thing all day and it just flicks, and it is a cool knife to carry. So again, I think you would love that knife. Now here, I have a love-hate relationship with this knife. I'm sure 95% of you guys watching this video would know what this is. This is the Benchmade Bug Out, and I call this the barista of knives. I mean, it's lightweight. You can't even feel it in your pocket. It's a great knife, don't get me wrong. It's just one of these knives that you don't feel when it's in your pocket, and I like overbuilt knives. I'm a fan of a knife that you can feel that's in your pocket. And even though this is a really cool knife, it's one of these knives that at the end of the day, if you're tired, you take your pants off, you forget that you have a knife in your pocket, and you go wash your pants and you find your knife in the washer. Has anyone out there experienced that? If you have, please comment. All right, now going into the Spyderco, Mr. Peterson, I bet you would approve of this knife. And you can tell this is the Paramilitary 3 in lightweight. Why lightweight? Because you like lightweight knives, and this knife right here is the CTS 8 BD1N blade. It's the Colorado made, nice little deep pocket carry clip, and it's a Spyderco, and I think you like Spyderco, so I think you would approve of this knife. All right, continuing with the Spyderco. Another knife that I think you would approve, and that would be the Delica 4. And I chose this one because it's a glow in the dark. It's got a really, really nice pocket clip that I add on there, aftermarket, nice titanium blue. You guys tell me what you think of this contrast that I made here. Of course, you've got a really nice VG10 blade, and you just can't go wrong with this knife. It's got the same length that Mr. Peterson likes, and at the same time, it's a Spyderco, and I think he would approve of this knife. Now, going on to Ontario Knives, the Rat 2. Of course, carry friendly, very, very nice workhorse type of knife. Takes a nice edge, AUS 8 blade, nice brown color. You know, it's one of these knives that you can just carry, and if you beat it up, who cares? These things are like 30, 40 bucks, man, but what a workhorse of a knife. So again, I think he would approve of this knife. Now, I picked this next knife because I know that he likes the Swiss Army type knives, but I picked this one because it's a Suiza, and it's got a little feature that very, very few people know about. It's actually a lockback knife, and it locks into place, and here is your disengage button. That's right. So I picked this knife because I just think it's cool looking. I think he would appreciate the functionality of it. It's got all the gadgets, bells and whistles that he would like, and at the same time, it's got the cool little hidden feature. All right, now, this might be a little small for your taste, Mr. Peterson, but I think you would appreciate the Cold Steel Tough Light. Why? It's light and it's tough. It's got a nice small blade. I think this is maybe 1.8 inches. I'm not really sure exactly, but it's a workhorse. Again, it's a very inexpensive knife, but it's durable, and I think you do like the lower price knives, and for the price, you just cannot beat it. All right, moving on. And I had to pick an out the front knife. If Ben Peterson were with me right now, and I had to pick an out the front knife for him, I would pick the Microtech UTX 85. Why? It's a smaller blade. It's a little smaller than the full Ultratech. It's really nice, compact. This color, I think he would appreciate it. And even though I know he's not that big of an out the front fan, I think he would appreciate the size, carryability, being able to carry this. Carryability, is that a word? Just the functionality and the compactness of this knife. All right, going on to Kershaw. I think Ben would like this Kershaw Leak Why? Because at the same time of being a classic knife, it's light, it's compact, it's got a nice pocket clip to it. I'm not a fan of this knife 100%. It's just one of these things that you have to have if you're a collector, but I'm kind of leery about this point. I think on a point like this I kind of stay away from, just because it seems a little frail to me, but I still think he would be a fan of this knife. And last but not least, an out the side knife. This is the Kalashnikov 74 Boker. I think you would like this knife because, again, it's small, it's a workhorse, it's inexpensive. The color, I don't know if you'd like this color or not, but I liked it, and that's why I bought it. But anyway, again, if you don't think you would like this knife, challenge me and tell me, no, I don't think he would like this knife. Now, we're going to get to something that's in front of us. Obviously, as everyone would know, he has designed a knife, and this box that's in front of me contains this knife that Mr. Peterson has designed. And I'm going to open it up with, ta-da-da, is this cool or what? The Civivi Praxis and G10 Purple and Damascus Blade. All right, this is it. His first creation through We Knives. And if you can guess what color I picked, go ahead, put it in the comments. Looking forward to this. Probably the most anticipated knife of 2020. Where is this thing? Oh, look, you get a cool little sticker. Ta-da! What a quinky dinky that the mat that I bought looks just like it. Ha ha ha! Ben Peterson's creation itself. We Knives Banter. Wow, that is cool. This is my first impression, obviously. Wow, man, that opens really nice. Let me check the difference between the smoothness of the Civivi and this. Man, let me tell you, man, you knocked it out of the park. This is cool. This is really cool. I am digging this stone wash. It almost looks plastic. This is really, really cool. I can see why you designed this, Mr. Peterson. You knocked it out of the park. I love it. I'm glad I got my hands on this. I'm going to put this right here. Look at that. Just take a gander at that. That is really, really awesome. And it hits all the, checks all the boxes as far as what you like. And I am glad that I bought this knife. And let me tell you, it's as far as it sharing some characteristics with all the knives in front of me, it does share something with all these that are in front of me. If you think that it doesn't, leave a comment. That's fine. But I would say if I were to pick any of these knives that's in front of me, that would be the closest to it. I'm going to pick this one right here. I'm going to say it's the mini grip. It's a little bit longer than that. Let's try the Barrage. Yeah, it's still a little bit longer. Now, which one is, as far as size goes? Let's see which one would be. Nope, not that one. Man, how about, yep, that's it. That would be the closest thing as far as size goes to it. The belly is about the same there. Deep pocket clip. It's not G10, but I would say this guy right here, the North Fork, would fit the bill. Anyway, okay, so as I said, I was going to pick a knife as if Mr. Peterson were right here in front of me. And since you like small, compact, carry friendly, this is the knife that I would pick for you. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Here we go. For you, Mr. Peterson, I have the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield in 9mm. Why? It's compact, carry friendly, made in the US. You got a 8-round capacity, well, 7+1, even though this is not loaded, just in case anyone carries that. All right. It's got a safety feature on there, and I think it's one of these handguns that you can carry all day and really not have to worry about it that much. I got a nice little aftermarket front dot sight on there. So that's it. I don't know if you carry or not, Mr. Peterson, but I think you would be very pleased with this handgun. It's not overbuilt. It's not underbuilt. And that's just my opinion. If you guys know him better than I do and you would pick a handgun for him, go ahead, leave it in the comments and let me know what you think you would pick. So there's your knife and there's your gun. And now, as I said I would do, I'm going to pick the opposite, the total opposite of a knife that I think Ben Peterson would like, would carry. And if it were in a display window somewhere, he would walk away from that knife and not want anything to do with it. Are you ready? Here it is. Let's make way for it because you're gonna need some room for it. And here we have the Cold Steel Spartan. Bam. This is it. This is his alter ego. And if you think there's any knife out there that he would hate more than this knife, you tell me. Yep. And I do carry this knife. I just think it's a beast. It's overbuilt. It's a fighting style type of knife, and I think he would absolutely hate this knife. So here we have Bruce Banner, and here we have the Hulk. That's right. So tell me how you think I did. Do you think I was able to capture the spirit of Ben Peterson? Does anyone out there know him that can say, hey, you hit it out the park, or dude, you're completely off, or you missed this one, take that one out, whatever? You tell me. I'm just doing this for fun. You know, I don't know the guy. Love to meet him someday if ever I went to a SHOT Show. I know that Blade HQ is not going to SHOT Show this year, but if ever someday he watches this video and he says, hey man, I saw that video, and you know what? You got 90 or 95% of those knives correct. That'd be cool. And you know what? I challenge you. I challenge you to tell me if any of these knives are wrong. I bet he would love any of these knives here. Anyway, thanks very much for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys. Again, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Everyone out there, stay safe. Again, you hit it out of the park, Ben. I love this. I love the color. You guys stay safe, be good, and always, on your motorcycles, keep the shiny side up. Good night.